Welcome to Getting Started with Your ESG Strategy. I'm Juliet Apicella, Director of Sustainability at Gables Residential. Gables is an award-winning vertically integrated real estate company and privately held REIT specializing in the development, construction, management, and ownership of multifamily and mixed-use communities in high-growth markets across the U.S. In my role at Gables, I oversee sustainability initiatives across the company and our ESG reporting. Each year, Gables participates in the GRESB Real Estate Assessment, and we produce an annual corporate citizenship report. In today's session, we'll cover what is ESG, why is ESG important, ESG benchmarking, data gathering, and ESG reporting. What is ESG? Well, ESG stands for Environment, Social, and Governance. It's a set of non-financial metrics used by investors to evaluate a company's performance alongside of the financial metrics. It also speaks to a company's commitment to conduct themselves responsibly and contribute in positive ways to both the environment and society. Interest in ESG is increasing in the workforce as job candidates look at companies' efforts in diversity, leadership development, and sustainability. Consumers are considering a company's focus on sustainability and social issues when making purchasing decisions and choosing apartments. Environment covers the impact of the physical community and its operations on the environment. The major areas include energy and water used, and the greenhouse gas emissions and waste generated, access to transportation and building materials. It also includes building certifications like LEED, National Green Building Standard, WELL and Fitwel, and building energy ratings like Energy Star. Social addresses topics relating to your company's relationships with its employees, residents, suppliers, and the community. This includes initiatives like employee and resident satisfaction surveys and other engagement programs. Governance is the system a company uses to govern itself. The system includes controls, policies, and procedures. Why is ESG important? Well, according to McKinsey, ESG investing increased 68% in the last 5 years. The increase is due to heightened attention from society on the impact of corporations, as well as those investors and executives who realize that an ESG strategy can support a company's long-term success. Ernst & Young surveyed investors on how they view ESG reporting. In the last 2 years, the majority of the investors surveyed said they have committed to a structured and formal approach to reviewing ESG reporting instead of the informal reviews conducted in the past. This is due to the determination that ESG performance plays an important part in how companies drive long-term resilience and respond to the global pandemic. GRESB, the Global Real Estate Benchmark, is the leading ESG benchmark for real estate investments across the world. In 2020, 1,200 property companies, REITs, funds, and developers participated in the real estate assessment, representing $4.8 trillion and covering more than 96,000 assets. GRESB reporting is a vehicle your company can use to disclose ESG performance to investors. The GRESB assessment is also designed to help your organization develop an ESG strategy in areas determined most material by investors. If you have an existing strategy, participating in the assessment can help identify gaps and serve as a resource on the intent and best practices of ESG subject areas. The benchmark report, which is the results of your assessment, will rate your efforts against your industry peers. The results can be used to further inform your strategy and communicate your achievements to your stakeholders. ESG issues are broad and will be led by different teams in your organization. This slide is showing examples of ESG subject areas and the teams most likely responsible for them. Every organization is different and may have assigned different leadership for some of the areas. Identifying your organization's ESG subject areas and their owners will determine who needs to be engaged in the strategy development and reporting effort. So you can look here and see under the environmental topic, here's not all, but some of the major subject areas that are included under environmental. Things like energy, greenhouse gas emissions, green building certifications, waste management and recycling. Here under social, employee training, employee satisfaction surveys, resident engagement, resident health and well-being. And then under governance, things like data security, investment due diligence, acquisition due diligence, employee training on governance risks, diversity and equal opportunity are all under governance. The data gathering process improves over time. As ESG subject areas and reporting evolves, so will your data. Determine who is the target audience for your reporting and collect the data that matters most to that group. Work with your teams to improve data collection process. An example of this is our marketing team, who steers our volunteer efforts, developed a form that helped us capture volunteer hours, donation information, and event details needed to report our volunteer efforts for Gables Day, our annual company-wide day of service. Prior to the form being developed and included as a deliverable of the planning process, the information was inconsistent and time-consuming to collect. Reports ESG performance in our annual corporate citizenship report, in addition to participating in the GRESB real estate assessment. You can see our 2019 report and our past reports published on our website at gables.com/everydaygreen. If you enjoyed this session, thank you for watching.